All right, today we have a transfer case out of a 1989 Chevy Suburban, and this transfer case is leaking. I'm doing the transmission as well on this bench. I'll have that done this morning. But this transfer case, as I said, is leaking, and on the tag here, this transfer case is a 241C, and that is a new process. So what we're going to pretty much do, we really just got to seal this up. So I have a seal kit here, and I'm really going to take the the covers off here. I'm going to clean them up. I'm going to reseal all the covers, pretty much put it back together, and then change all the external seals. So what I'm going to actually do with you guys today is maybe we'll just take the covers off. I'll give you a shot inside. Kind of pressed for time. I don't exactly know if I'll be able to show putting this back together, but I figured we can at least take it apart. If I see more inside, once I get it apart, like the forks have sleeves on them or slippers on them, if they're bad, I'm gonna change those while I have it apart, so we'll continue just taking this apart. So I'll get a little closer, and we'll just start taking this, like I said, taking these covers off until we get the main one off, where all the chain and the drive gears and everything are exposed. All right, so let me just get set up for that, and I'll be back in a minute. All right, so I had the bolts out of this tail housing already, so I'm just going to take this one bolt out. All right, this will come on. Now, we have a snap ring behind here. All right, this of course keeps the shaft from moving back and forth. And on a lot of these models that are set up like this snap ring likes to break. And when that snap ring breaks, you have, when you take off in two-wheel drive, you got a hell of a noise coming out of the transfer case, because it's pretty much the gears hitting each other and grinding. But when you put it in four-wheel drive, the noise goes away because now everything is engaged. So, and that actually goes with the electronic ship as well. Because a lot of those, that was a telltale sign that this snap ring was broken. You would, have it in two-wheel drive, then you hit the four-wheel drive button and the noise was gone. So these snap rings do like to break, and Sonics does have a real nice replacement. Let me see if I can just get this out. Right here is the snap ring, and like I said, Sonics has a real nice replacement if it does break. The replacement consists of kind of like two half that goes in each side, and then you put a cover over it, and then you put a snap ring over that to hold everything in place. See, now with the snap ring out, the shaft moves. So that's where you would get that noise from. Okay, next we're going to pull the speedometer out. Okay, I had the bolt out of that already. Put this aside. All right, now we'll pull this housing off. Now, let's see if we can knock that one out. Okay, here's the other housing. It's all sealed up with silicone. So we're going to clean all this up and redo all that. Bearing here. Alright, now we're going to take this speedometer gear out, and this is the pump. Alright, so we're going to take these snap rings out. Okay, one more snap ring. Alright, we'll move this aside. Alright, now we're going to take all the bolts out here and separate the halves. When we brought this job in, this was leaking out of the front. I didn't see any reason in the transmission why it should be leaking, so we sent the converter out, and the converter was definitely cracked. And part of what we do also, when we work on these to try to avoid, having spills and stuff, we drain the transfer case out. This way we can sample the oil and stuff like that, see what it looks like. So when we went to drain this out, there was no oil in it, or very, very little oil came out. That's why we had suggested that he seal this up while it's on the bench. It's not going to come out so easy. Maybe give it a tap, loosen it up. All right, let me get my 3/8. This real quick. Okay. Now let's see if we can separate these here. Okay. Alright, now what I'd like to do, let me just see if I can get a different one here. I want to try to stand this up over here, and then we'll pull the cover off. So let me just get set up for that. Give me 1 second. Okay. Here's all the silicone again, we gotta clean up. All right, here's your pump. Now here's the half here. Got a bearing in here, which stays in there. And this will come out. And you have an O-ring, small O-ring in here. And then you have a seal here. And your pump gear. And this, pumps the lube through. Okay. Got a spring here to return these forks. And these slippers really don't look too bad. Alright, this really doesn't look that bad. So we might even be able to stop here. But let me give you, let me get a close up here, and I'll give you a shot of this. Yeah, I tell you, this is not looking bad shape. I thought for sure the forks were going to be worn, the slippers were going to be worn, the fork pads, but this doesn't not look too bad at all. So what we do is I'm going to clean everything up, re-silicone, seal this, seal the other covers, and new external seals. But let me give you a shot of this transfer case. Let me just switch angles here. All right, so a quick shot of this inner workings here in this 241C transfer case. Here's of course, your drive gears, your chain. You have two forks, the range and the mode fork. And you have a planetary set down, all the way down on the bottom. Really not much to these, not that bad to work on. And again, it's a 241C new process transfer case. So this actually is in four-wheel right now. All right, let me just switch back again. All right, so I got the machine heating up, and I did want to point out one thing here on these transfer cases, on these early GM ones. Back here, there is a double-sided seal, and most of the time, these things are hard and brittle like rocks. So these, I always change these when these come in. These early GMs come in with this style transfer case. I always keep these seals on hand, and I always change this one, because when the thing gets hard and brittle, you'll have possibly the fluid leaking out, or the fluid from the trans going into the transfer case. So it's a good idea to change these. This one here, I'm just going to take these bolts out, take the cover off, and knock the seal in. Some of them you have to kind of just knock the seal out. It's a little bit of a pain, but it is doable. So I just wanted to share that little tip with you guys. That's something that I always do. So I guess that's about it. I'm really not going to go any further because like I said, everything looks good, and I am kind of pressed for time. I need to have this stuff done by the time. I'm almost done with the trans. I was waiting for some parts. I was waiting for the converter. So I'd like to get back to this, put this back together before these guys get in this morning. Alrighty, so hopefully I'll have more transfer case stuff in the future. When I do get it, I certainly will try to film it. Alright, so I guess that's about it for this one. I'm sorry I can't go any further, but this is just going to actually be a reseal job. And I guess that's about it for this one. So I thank you guys for watching, and you guys have a great day.